It's so hard. I love like all of Blue October songs. I have two that are my favorites that for some reason I every time I listen to them it's just like I could like loop the song for like 3 hours and not get sick of them. And one is
She's the one. She's the only. Sus Vasquez. Golf Club. How's
hey,
it
hey Keith,
going?
how are you?
I am so
Great to be
good.
here.
I know. I like a couple of days ago, Matt Novetsky like put us in touch, and I'm so excited that this was like able to happen so quickly because you have pretty much no downtime. Today is like the one day, so here we are. We did it, Suze. We
Yeah,
made it happen.
that's right. We're on the middle of a tour right now, and this is one day off that we have in the middle of nowhere, so it's great. I was just telling her that we are in the middle of a sandstorm right now, and we can't get out of the hotel, so it's just perfect to be here.
So is that what like is that like a common thing? I wonder in Texas these sand. I've never been part of one before.
It's my first time.
Okay.
I never experienced anything like that before. It's crazy. Like I tried to go to the tour bus, and it was just no.
Not happening. Well, I
Yeah.
am so thankful that you are safe in your hotel room and that we have the time to spend together. I kind of wanted to start by asking you, Suze, like, what were some of your fandoms growing up, whether it's music, movies, anything of the sort?
Okay, so this is kind of funny. When I was a little kid, my brother used to show me a lot Indiana Jones movies. So I was a fan of the Indiana Jones movies. I used to watch them all. And then I don't know if you know Tintin. It's like a character, and he had the whole collection of Tintin. So I would like read all of that, and then I remember when he showed me Live Aid, the show that
Mhm.
happened. And what year was that? 2003, I think, 2002. That it was like this big world concert that happened in like 8 cities at the same time, where like U2, Coldplay, and like crazy bands
Right.
were there to raise money for Africa.
Hmm.
So the Live Aid, that was like, I remember that vividly, like really, like it really influenced me.
Hmm.
So yeah, and then in terms of music, I always say this, but it was MTV to me because I never listened to. I'm from Colombia in South America, so there's not a rock music there, funk music. Not a lot of people listen to that. So there's not quite like a music scene with guitar players and stuff like that. It's very small. So I remember the day I was in MTV just watching, and then Blink 182 pop out with, I don't know, what's my age again video
Yeah.
or something like that. And I was like, oh my God, what is this? I love it.
That
I love the guitar, the drums, everything. Just messy,
I was
So
gonna
yeah.
really quick follow-up question, Suze. You know there's a new Indiana Jones movie coming out.
They told me I really need to see that.
Yeah.
100%. I need to do that.
And
Yeah.
how are you with snakes? Because I know Indy's not a fan of snakes. That's kind of
I'm
his.
I'm scared of snakes. Yeah,
Okay.
I like I've probably seen like twice in my life, and yeah, I get very scared.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I mean, you never know. For your first sandstorm, you never know when a snake might show up on the road too. So they got to keep you protected. So okay,
Yeah.
so Blink 182. Do you have like a favorite Blink 182 song?
Oh, I love all, but I really like Miss You. It's like so soft and smooth, and the drum beat is great. So I started listening to that, and then I come up with like I discovered Green Day, Sum 41, 3 Days Grace, Good Charlotte, all of that. So I was just like obsessed when I was in high school, just listening and listening to all of that, and expanded all the music that I was discovering. It was pretty awesome.
Yeah. Did you like come from a musical family at all, or was music something that you discovered on your own?
I discovered on my own. There's not a lot of people in my family that do music, or it's not common. At the beginning, it was hard too because it was very conservative family from Colombia, and they didn't quite understood like a girl playing guitar, like
Mm.
what, like it didn't make any sense, but I just kept going. And thankfully YouTube started at that time. So I used to just watch the first YouTube videos of people covering songs of Zoom 41 and stuff like that, and I would try to learn from them. And then the first like YouTube videos of guitar lessons and stuff like that came out. So I kind of grew up when I was 12, 13, that I started playing, like kind of listening to that, um, and also like just learning from YouTube. So I
That
didn't have like a musical family, but I had the internet, you
right,
know.
of course.
Yeah.
And was it always the guitar for you? Like, was that always the instrument that you're like, this is it, this is the one?
So I actually started with drums.
Oh,
So I
cool.
wanted to play drums, but my parents were like, no, that's not for girls. That's for men. So I tried to like kind of like, you know, persuade them to do it, but they put me in lessons, but then I had to quit. And then one day I was on a rehearsal, and they were like, there's a drummer, so you cannot play the drums. Here's a guitar for you. And they hand me a guitar, and I remember that moment when they gave me the guitar, it was like total connection with the instrument, and I never looked back. Since that moment, it was like obsession with the instrument. I did had a time when I was finishing high school that I got into bass, I got into keys, so I started to play piano, like classical training for the university and stuff like that. And I told Matt this, but I wanted to be a bass player actually. Like I love bass.
I do
Bass
too.
is one of
Yeah.
my favorite instruments. But for some reason, my life just took me into the guitar direction.
Fair
And
enough. Yeah.
yeah, and when that moment happened, that I started to do a lot of things. Like I got into production, I got into film scoring, bass, piano, like a lot of things. I got to a point that I was like, okay, I'm doing all of these, but at the same time, I'm not doing anything. Like I need to like kind of like focus and like go on a specific path. And that's when I took the decision of, okay, I'm gonna play the guitar. That's what I'm gonna do, and I want to be really good so I can like do big stuff, you know.
Wow.
Especially if I was living in Medellin, Colombia, so it's like a small city. Like I never thought I would be able to come to the States and play music in the States. Like that for me, I'm so grateful, you know, just
Eh,
living
yeah,
the dream, you know.
you are. And like, not only that, like another thing we were talking about before this started, and we'll talk about it again in a little bit, is now you're about to go on this whole new journey and see the world in places that you've never been before. So I can't even imagine what it was like to be you starting out, honing your craft, learning the guitar, and now like look how far you've come. You're about to, go on this world tour. It's pretty amazing, Suze. That's so great.
Yeah, I'm just so grateful. Yeah, very, very grateful.
Yeah, and people are clearly grateful for you as well. A lot of people saying they can't wait to see you for the first time at these shows. Before we do get into a little bit of blue talk, when you were starting out, or maybe even recently in your career, has there ever been like a piece of advice that's been given to you that has really stuck with you?
Oh, that somebody gave to me. Just in general, like being patient and just waiting. Like I do remember when I was younger, like I always saw like a lot of players, and I would be like, I want to be like you, I want to do what you're doing, and they would always be like, you're gonna get there. Like I see it, like you're gonna get there, just be patient. And for so long I would be like, I want this, I want to do this, I want to do this, but I was not seeing that I was leaving other stuff that I needed to leave in that moment in order to get to the next step, you know? So I think it's very important. Sometimes in life, we're always thinking ahead and thinking at the like the last goal or the end of the tunnel. And it's more like, no, you gotta enjoy the journey, like enjoy every step that you're taking to get there. So that in general.
For sure. Yeah, I was gonna say that. I think that's great advice, because sometimes I think it's hard to like live in the moment and appreciate what you have right now without seeing the final picture. So that's something that I try to do, is just like love every day and live in the moment and just be present. So yeah, I totally agree. Okay, so I wanted to know, when did you initially meet like Justin and Matt and Ryan and Jeremy? How did this all come to be?
Okay, so I was on a tour last year, and I remember my friend Reggie, who is a front of house engineer. He did part of the Google Dolls tour with them, and he's a really good friend. I work with him with Benson Boone and other artists, and he sent me a text like, "Hey, this band is looking for a guitar player. They're gonna contact you." And I'm like, okay, let me look. And I go and I listen. I was like, oh my God, I love the music. Like I've heard it before. Um, so I was so excited. I was like, I love it. Like I want to do it. And then the next day I got a call from Paul, the manager, and he's like, we're very excited. We would like you to send some videos playing the songs. So an audition basically. And I'm like thinking at that moment, I was in the middle of rehearsals for this tour I was doing. It was a pretty big tour, and it was like no time for me. Like, I was all day rehearsing with the production. So I was like, oh, when am I going to do this? And I'm like, yes, you'll have the videos. Don't worry. Like, I was so excited and I really wanted to do it. So I started looking online to everything, get to know more the band, start listening to the songs. And I remember that night I didn't sleep. I listened to Cole, to all the songs, Daylight, everything that they asked for, um, and learned them in the hotel room. And then the next day, in the middle of the lunch break, I went to a room on that rehearsal space. And with my phone, I recorded everything with the guitar, plugging into the interface, everything. I did everything. So, what I want to say is that in these type of situations, it's like I feel it was meant to be, to connect with them, because I feel like they have such an amazing energy in general. Like, um, so going back, like I sent the videos and Paul was like, "Oh, I'm super excited," and then he was like, "I want you to meet Justin and Matt and everybody." So I'm like, "Oh, I'm going on this tour and I'll be in Austin." So when I was in Austin, I had 2 days off, which was great because I could go to both studios. I went to Justin's studio and to Matt's studio.
Amazing.
Met them both. I went to Justin's studio and he's like, this work this morning I started doing this. And he had like a beat or something, and let's write music. So he was like just like very energetic, and I was like, yeah, yeah, let's do it. So I started, just I didn't know what I was doing, but he was like, oh, I wanna write this song, whatever. And we ended up writing a song that morning, with a bunch of amazing people that were there that worked for him in the studio as well. And it was such a amazing connection, because you don't get that very often,
That's
that
true.
to immediately you meet somebody and the connection is so big that it's just like the music flows. And it was the same with Matt. When I went to his studio, he was producing a band, so I got to see all his business side,
Mhm.
working as a producer with the band and everything. I was just, wow, this guy is amazing. Just look at the everything that he had in the studio, and he showed me around, and just meeting him, it was great. It just felt great from the beginning, and I'm so grateful and I appreciate these guys so much. So yeah, it's been great.
That is, gosh,
Yeah.
I love this so much. Like you said, it's like meant to be. And I think like one of the best things about Blue October is just everyone's family. The fan base is just so warm and welcoming. And like I said again, everyone's just saying how amazing you are, and it's so great to have you be part of the Blue family. What do you think it is about Blue October fans and family that kind of set other fan groups apart that you've seen so far?
Yeah, I definitely feel like the Blue October community and family, it's special. It's different from everything else I've seen on any other band or artist, because it's like a family. It's like everybody is there for a reason, and everybody is there because the band and the lyrics and the music somehow impact their life in a really big way. And it's just, it's I think I believe it's the energy. It's like the energy that everybody has, that has been through something, and the music helped them, or just they just like really vibe, frequent and have a good frequency with the music. So I just believe that that brings people together. Not only the reason that maybe the music helped them some way, but also like the whole energy of everybody being there, attracted and together, because it really changed their lives. So it's very special, and it's been very special to me to see that on every show. Every day when we have a show, we had a meet and greet before, so I've been able to see the fans, and they ask questions and get to know them like very deeply. So that's been very, very, very important to me, because I've never had that experience ever before. It was always like, okay, I'm just gonna go on stage and play the song, but I don't know who's on the other side, you know. So right now it's like I have to do this meet and greet, and it's like, oh, I'm actually understanding who is standing there, why it's so important to them, and why is this special for everybody.
It really is like being and going to the shows and listening to the music is so therapeutic. Yeah, it's man, it just it feels so good to like be part of this like loving, supportive group. And I feel like everyone knows everybody else too. And if you don't, by the time you leave a show, you've made a new best friend, and that's
Yeah.
what I love about Blue. Somebody asked a question. I don't know if you're allowed to answer this, Suze. It's up to you, but they want to know what song did you and Justin write, if you're allowed
Oh,
to.
I don't know. And I don't know if I'm allowed to
Okay,
say that.
that's fair.
I
Good.
I think I can only say it's gonna come out in part two,
Okay, that's
the
cool. Okay, but
upcoming album.
okay, fair enough. How about obviously like there's so many songs, but is there a song that you feel really lets your talent shine?
Oh, okay. Um, well, I would say more than my talent, because when I was growing up, it was all about like, okay, how fast can I play? How virtuoso can I get on the guitar? Like I look at the guitar players, and for me, it was like, oh, how mm, high skill can I get? But at this part of my life is more about the music. So that's why this project is so important to me, because it's I might be doing very simple stuff, like maybe just a note, but it's a note that has a meaning and is so powerful in a song. So for me, that's more important than playing a solo or playing 1,000 notes in a second, or being virtuoso or whatever. It's more important the guitar sound, how it impacts on the mix, how it goes on the song. So if there's a song, I wouldn't know. It's so hard. I love like all of Blue October songs. I have two that are my favorites that for some reason I every time I listen to them, it's just like I could like loop the song for like 3 hours and not get sick of them. And one is I'll Do Me, You Do You, and the other is Bleed Out. Um, I love those two songs. Just the vibe of the song, like the music, musically speaking, like what I feel when I listen to the music. It's just like something that goes within me, and
You connect with it, yeah.
it's just I just connect. Yeah, uh, I'm more like that. I know for a lot of people it's different. For a lot of people, they connect with lyrics. Um, I am more with vibrations, music, sounds, stuff like that.
That's so beautiful. I love that. I love your perspective a lot because getting to talk to different musicians and, people feel different ways about different things and their instrument and songs and words and lyrics. But I really like your perspective. I think it's really beautiful. So
Thank
thank
you,
you for
Katie.
sharing that. Do you think that maybe there's a song that you guys are currently playing on tour that really connects with the crowd? Like, is there a song in particular that when you start playing it, you notice the crowd is just like ready for it?
Well, besides all of them,
I know, I know.
well, no, there's like I would say like moving on. Um, I just feel everybody starts jumping and everybody starts like having a good time. I hope you're happy too. Um, oh my mind, like those kind of songs, I feel like people are really like vibing and jumping and feeling happy. But in general, I feel the whole show everybody's connected. Like you see the person, the people there, and everybody is like just like really listening and connecting in the moment.
Yeah. Uh, Amazing. And I
Fear.
oh,
Yeah,
feel
they say fear. Fear.
on radio.
People fear is like there's a part in fear in the chorus where we raise a hand, everybody raises the hand, and it's like such a powerful moment. It's like we're all connected. It's pretty powerful. Yeah.
So good. Okay, so Cindy wants to know, how has bus life been, and what do you like to do on your time off when it isn't raining sand outside?
Okay, the tour has been really good. On day offs, I like walking. Not today, of course. I love
Oh
going
yeah.
to coffee shops. I love working out. So I usually go to the gym. And then days like today, I just been doing a lot of work, like emails and stuff that I haven't done. And then with the guys, Colin and JP, they work with Justin on the studio. I've been recording guitars. So we're working on a new song, which is very awesome. So I also like watching series. So I'm watching right now House of the Dragon, which is
Good
like
choice. Good
from Game
choice.
of Thrones. I
Yes.
love Game of Thrones. So
Me too. Me too. How are you
just
liking House of the Dragon?
I love it. I'm one episode and that's it. I
Uh,
finished the first season.
God,
Yeah,
it's so
almost
good.
there.
It's just like,
Yeah,
without giving anything away, because this doesn't. I just know we have to wait a while for season two. So it's
I
like,
know.
just enjoy it while you, like, while you can. Yeah, take your
Yeah,
time.
I'm
Yeah,
so sad. I hate that actually
I
because
know.
Game of Thrones, I for a long time I knew it was gonna be so good that I was gonna start watching it and no, don't stop. I started
Really.
watching it like when it was like the sixth season, so almost everything was out. And I remember I started watching it and it was crazy. I would not stop because I loved it. It was great. And now it's bad because it's only one season. Now I have to wait
I know.
every
I,
time.
I'm the same way.
Sucks.
I know. I just wish things would just continue forever and ever, but we know it takes time to make perfection. It happens. But did you watch The Last of Us? I know Matt was like super into that show.
I have to do it. I know like so many people have recommended me that one. I love The Sinner too in Netflix. I love, well, Breaking Bad is one of my favorite ones too. And Dark, it's pretty good.
Did you watch Better Call Saul also?
I did, yes, yes, I did watch it now. It's good.
I need
And
to.
the movie too, yeah.
I'm so behind on my Better Call Saul, so now that I'm saying it out loud, I have to hold myself to finishing it. Okay, so like we kind of talked about before, you're getting ready to go overseas, and you get to visit like a bunch of places that you've never been to before. What are you most looking forward to about this journey continuing overseas?
Okay, well, I'm so excited because Europe, it's all new to me where we're going, like the UK, Germany, Poland. I've never been to those places, so I'm super excited to see how everything is there, like in terms of the music, like how is the venues, how's the people in the venue, how the tour bus they told me is different
Oh, okay.
from here. So I think it's 2 floors. So in general, I want to see how everything works there in terms of the touring part, and I can't wait to just go on long walks and just like see everything I can and try food and see the culture and get to like yeah, visit and do everything I can. I know there's not a lot of time, but I'm gonna make every second count for
Yeah.
sure.
So okay, so are you like a foodie? Like, are you gonna try all the local cuisine and food?
Yeah, I'm down. I love food. I love steak is my favorite food ever. I love empanadas too and um sushi,
A little bit of
coffee.
everything.
Yeah, a little bit of everything. So we'll see.
All right. You have to keep us updated. I'm excited to
Yeah.
hear all about it. Uh, I was also going to ask, is there anything that you like to have on tour with you besides the obvious, like besides your equipment, something that you always like to make sure you have with you?
Oh, a lot of stuff. I have a heating pad is super important to me. to keep me warm because usually the bunk is very cold. And so I have that. I have a muscle pistol for like one of those vibrators for
Those are
the
important.
muscles.
Yeah,
Yeah, I have my body lotion. I can't live without my body lotion, and my hair products for my curly hair. Um,
all important.
what else? Like all important. My life right now, it's in a suitcase. It's actually right here next to me, and I have like these containers to organize everything. So
Smart.
because that's I've been on tour since I don't remember when, like August next last year. So I literally just leave off this suitcase right now. So I have everything I need for every type of weather, for every type of city, for everything. I need to make sure I'm good everywhere I go because I don't get to go home. So that's important.
How do you find like home, and how do you find balance while you are on the road?
Well, it's hard. It's really hard. Like right now I don't think I this is gonna sound super depressing, but I don't think I have a home right now. My home is the band. You know, my home is whoever I'm playing with, the people I'm working with. That's my family because my family is super far. My family lives in Colombia, so I only get to go once a year there, and the rest of the time I'm always either on a plane or a hotel or the tour bus. You know, so you kind of get used to that. I'm also um, I like being alone a lot. So when I go for I walks by myself or do stuff by myself, and that keeps me grounded too. Um, but yeah, it's hard. It's hard when you're on the road. Like I don't know how these guys do it. Like Justin and all of them, they all have kids, and it's pretty crazy to be away from them for so long. So I don't really know how they do it. I myself don't have family, kids, or partner or anything. So because of that, because I just simply can't. You know, it's so hard
Yeah,
being.
I'm sure it is.
This,
But
yeah,
I hope that you know like how much we appreciate that you guys like do this for us, because we know it's not easy. So
yeah.
we do
It's
appreciate.
not easy, but you have priorities in life. You know, my priority for me is my work, my music, my guitar, and that's almost everything to me in life. I know there's gonna be a point where I'm just gonna say, okay, no, I wanna go have a family, whatever, and not be on the road all the time. But right now, I'm 28. I just wanna live this moment, you know, as much
Enjoy
as
the ride for sure.
right.
So before we get into the game that we have, Suze, I saw that you also got to work with Billy Porter, and I was wondering if you could tell us a little bit about that.
I love Billy. He's the best. He's so great. Like I remember the first show was at the Fifth Avenue in New York, um, and it was so cold that day. It was horrible. Like it was so hard to play for me because it was outside and it was New York. It was so cold, but his music is amazing. He's releasing new music, new album. We're going on a tour also. So I'm super excited about that. I love his music. I love his way of being. He's just an artist. He doesn't care. He does what his heart wants, what his beliefs are, and he's just free, you know. So I love that of him. Really love. And the band is amazing too. They're all super talented. So it's
That's
great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm such a fan of his. His voice is like so good.
Yeah.
He just like you said, he seems just like a wonderful person. So
Yeah.
I hope to meet him sometime. All right. Well, so we have a game. This is a game of Would You Rather. There is no wrong answers. So whatever you choose is the correct answer. And if you want to tell us why you pick something, that's great too. So we're going to bring up the very first one. The first Would You Rather is: Would you rather be the first musician to perform on the moon, or would you like to have a time machine, go back in time, and perform at Woodstock?
Oh, I definitely want to be the first musician to perform on the moon. That sounds awesome.
Yeah, I'm not sure how the acoustics would be, but I'm sure you'd figure it
Yeah,
out.
I have no idea, but that would be awesome.
All right, moon it is. All right. Here's the next one. Oh gosh. Okay. Would you rather have to wear matching onesies with the rest of Blue October, or would you rather let someone from Blue October pick out your wardrobe?
This I would say both because it's fun, but I the second one, I actually pick stuff with Matt. Like I ask him like should I wear this jacket or this other or and he asked me the same. So it's kind of I don't know. I would say just the first one because the second one is kind of it's already happened. So
Yeah, I think a bunch of onesies
yeah,
could be kind of fun. I
it would
mean,
be fun for sure.
just throwing it out there for a
Yeah.
future show. Okay, fair enough. Okay, would you rather cover a song from the first musician or band you ever saw live, or write a song based on your favorite movie?
Oh, I like the first one. Yeah.
What was the first band you saw live?
Don't remember. Probably Dream Theater, which is
Dream.
crazy.
Nice.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think that was my first show. That's crazy. Yeah,
That's wild.
yeah. That's
Okay.
I don't know if I can cover some of them. It's so hard to play.
That's pretty clear. Well, we could also give you Blink 182. So the first
Yeah,
band you ever remember. Okay, fair enough.
yeah.
Perfect. Great. So far, so good. So far, you're getting them all right. Okay, here's the next one. Would you rather, have your tour bus be haunted or only be able to perform in haunted venues?
Oh, this is hard because I don't like haunted stuff. I think the venue, just because I can just get out easily. If
Mhm.
I'm on the tour bus the whole time, no,
Yeah,
I would not be able to sleep. Yeah,
that's fair. Nothing
yeah.
paranormal in the bus.
The venue, and I would only go there for the show.
That's fair. Okay, fair enough. So, do you like horror movies, or is that kind of out of the?
I like horror movies. I used to watch, not anymore, but I used to watch a lot. But I'm just sometimes I get too scared when I watch stuff like it's very real.
Mhm. That's fair. That's
Mhm.
fair.
Yeah.
All right, here's the next one. Would you rather listen to your least favorite song every day, or not be able to listen to your favorite song for an entire year?
Definitely the second one. Yeah, I don't want to listen to my least favorite song.
Do
I
you,
do know what it was, which one it is,
oh,
and people are gonna hate me.
are you allowed to tell us, or do you not? I mean, you don't have to.
I hate Wonderwall. I'm sorry, people. I know everybody loves that song. I, I just don't like it.
That's fair. Hey,
I'm just tired of it.
you're done.
Yeah.
We heard it. I mean, yeah, that's fair. I think. And do you have a favorite song?
Mm,
It's probably
no,
hard to pick a favorite.
no. I have a lot of favorites. Yeah, but usually when I get a favorite song, it's by times. So let's say I now discover a song and it becomes my favorite. I would listen to that song for 3 months without stopping. Like that's the way I am. Like when I find like I'll do me, you do you. I listen to that song for like a month. Every time I would go to the Spotify, that was my song. So
I love
I'm like that. So
it. Okay,
that's why I pick up the second one.
very fair. Okay, here's the next one. Would you rather? Oh, okay, another. I feel like I know your answer already. Would you rather go back in time and attend Live Aid, or go back in time and attend Nirvana's MTV Unplugged?
Definitely Live Aid because it's like important to me because I remember that from my childhood, watching that.
Perfect. All
Yeah.
right, we got two more. Okay,
I love Nirvana. I love Nirvana.
me
So
too. And
it's a hard pick, to be honest.
especially that live unplugged performance
Oh
is
yeah,
so wonderful and
amazing. Yes.
so good. Okay, here's the next one. Would you rather never have your guitar go out of tune, or never break a guitar string?
Never break a guitar string. Definitely.
Fair.
I've had situation where it's like it's bad. You don't wanna, yeah. You don't have wanna have that problem. If
Yeah,
you go out of tune, you can just go back in tune. It's easy, but changing a strings it takes more time.
yeah, that's true. That's true. Okay, This is the last one. Would you rather perform on Saturday Night Live or perform on The Tonight Show?
Okay, this is crazy. I'm performing on Saturday Night Live next weekend.
Really?
Yes, I'm not kidding. It's crazy.
No
I'm
way.
gonna be in SNL. Yes,
Stop.
yes,
Wait,
yes.
who's performing next week? I don't think
It's
I.
an artist called Karol G. She's
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh,
big artist. Yeah,
oh
yeah.
my gosh. How fun
So
is
I'm gonna
that?
say I'm gonna say the Tonight Show then because
Oh my gosh, that is so
yeah,
cool.
yeah, I'm super excited for that. Yeah.
Well, you'll have to tell us like all about the experience and just, that studio too is so iconic and
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna be sent. Justin is super excited when I told him everybody here they're being super supportive, and I'm gonna be like sending everything to them and the Blue family
I I
to make
don't
sure everybody sees everything.
yeah, I don't miss SNL. Like I watch every single episode. So,
Really?
oh yeah, no.
Okay, you're gonna see me. You're gonna see
I
me.
can't
It's the 15th, I think. April 15th.
perfect. It's already recorded. Like it's already set. So, oh my gosh. Well, congratulations. That's so fun.
Thank you so much. I'm very, very excited.
Yeah, oh my gosh. Okay, well, this has been so much fun. And like I said, I know your time is very precious because you get very little downtime. So thank you so much for spending this time with us. Before we do wrap it up, is there any thoughts you want to leave us with here today?
No, just thank you. I mean, I'm super grateful that we did this. This was so much fun. And everybody that watched, thank you so much. Thank you for following the journey, and remember to enjoy the journey, your own journey. Like, that's the important part.
That's so true. I can't wait to see you perform live. I can't wait to meet you. I've only heard the most wonderful things. And I guess until we meet again, have the best time in
Yeah.
SNL, have the best time in Europe. And for everyone watching, thank you guys so much. Have a wonderful rest of your night. We'll see you guys real soon. Bye.
Bye.